It's the Home Shopping Club.
Limited to an edition, this particular series, to only 10,000 pieces.
Right.
Okay, is that pretty rare as a collectible?
Right now,
Here we go, AKAPADers. Welcome to another Presentation Sunday, where I present to you something that I've been obsessed with. And this is something, I've looked for this for years. I am so excited to bring this to you. Todd McFarlane, Home Shopping Network, selling what might be, at this point, the rarest, most Grail Spawn collectible. And here it is, AKAPADers. Todd McFarlane, Home Shopping Network, selling what is right now maybe one of the most valuable single spawn collectibles. A holy grail for a lot of the spawnites out there. We call him the Cringe Father on this channel. You guys might call him the Todd Father. But during this time, I was on that train. I was on that bandwagon. I will still say Todd McFarlane is one of the greatest salesmen that ever rolled through the comic book industry. I am convinced if Todd McFarlane was selling computer software, he would be a billionaire right now, not a multi-millionaire. He would be worth billions. That's how much of a salesman he is. Now, also talented. We see him drawing. He draws live. He draws Spawn. He shows off his humor. Draws a somewhat of a screaming face that has a Home Shopping Network logo on the baseball cap. This is the Todd McFarlane that we absolutely love. Now, not exactly the Todd McFarlane we will get later that came up through Instagram Shorts or YouTube Shorts. This is how he became the Cringe Father, because a lot of his shtick hasn't really changed and didn't age so well in the time of social media. But this is, AKAPADers, I would talk about this, I would ask people about this, and I am so happy to present it to you because it is a absolute definition of the sign of the times, what the early 90s was like for comic books. You're able to go on live TV for about 15 minutes. You make, he sells about 1,000 units at $75 a pop with shipping now provided. It's a good size box. We even found one of them here, available for $1,000. But at this time, though, it was so exciting to be amongst and around American comics because they were, you thought they were going mainstream, you thought they were going to be accepted, and you thought, you were shooting for Saturn, you were shooting for the moon, and there was no end in sight. This is really what they would call a boom period. Now, also on the Home Shopping Network, I remember Joe Quesada drawing Azrael, or even maybe potentially drawing Ash during this time. I'm on the deep hunt for the Joe Quesada Home Shopping Network, or QVC. I remember the Kubert brothers. I remember John Romita Jr. These were all mother effers that were slinging comics and slinging ink and putting down that lead for American comics. And then, the eventual downfall into oblivion. But hey, comics are accepted today. We can buy t-shirts of them in Target. So that gives it I guess. It's depressing because you want the books. You want the books to be the things that break the ice. You don't want the merchandise to overcome the books. And in a way, all the movies and all these other things, they're merchandise. It's merchandise based on the comic book. And we always want the comic books to be bigger than the movies, then the animated series, then the t-shirts at Target, then the action figure lines. We want our comics to thrive. This is somewhat depressing too, because it's a shade of what could have been. Imagine if the market for comic books continued to grow and our top tier books were easily sold between 5 to 6 million copies per month. That is a industry that's a thriving industry. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry that will have enough of a capital investment and change American illustration forever. But no, like right now we have people bickering about webtoons and exposure, and every single comic book now is a Netflix pitch. The actual heart and soul that should be onto those pages is removed because people are blinded by the light. In a bigger way, Todd McFarlane also helped forward this point of view because he was so magnifying, and he never reverted back to doing comics. It's confusing, and even now when we explain the career of Todd McFarlane, it's somewhat corrupted because we always wanted him to return to comics in some shape or form. And we mean art-wise. We don't mean him getting a credit for Spawn just so he can get that Spawn 300 record or 301 record. To me, that record still goes to Dave Sim. Maybe one day being overtaken by the industry's greatest pornographer pervert, Eric Larson. Jeez, I'm just rambling. Guys, let's go. Todd McFarlane, Home Shopping Network, Lost Media.
Yep.
What we're going to do is take you to the product. Now, Todd, this particular item comes with some stuff on the inside. We'll talk about that. The collectible box is limited to an edition. This particular series are only 10,000 pieces.
Right.
Okay, is that pretty rare as a collectible?
Right now, the book that I'm doing, the Spawn book, we print over 1 million a month. So considering the 10,000, that's a small fraction of what we've got right now. So.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the entire set, as a matter of fact, that we'll have coming your way today, friends. The entire series. We'll bring it out for you. Todd's here in the studio. We're going to go ahead and offer this deal to you at the most amazing price ever. Now, here's the guide to comic collecting. Okay, that comes with the deal. Let me tell you about it because your children will absolutely enjoy this. My introduction to it, Spawn, and how this came to be.
I think that what we'll end up doing and what I end up doing, just like any other kid, I collected comic books, and at some point you think you're better than somebody that you're collecting. And so I send off packages, hundreds and hundreds of packages, hundreds and hundreds of rejection letters, and finally they just got tired of me bugging them. And I was literally sending each company 40 packages a week, and I think they finally gave me a job because they just wanted 1 package a month instead of 40 a week. So I ended up getting it, and it's not unlike any other business that they start you off on no-name characters. You know, they start you off on Captain Potato Man and Rutabaga Guy and whatever, people that you'd never have heard of. And then if you succeed, like any other occupation, they climb the ladder of success. So then I ended up doing Batman and Hulk and Spider-Man, and it was on Spider-Man that I ended up setting some records that I broke from like 1950. The first issue of the Spider-Man book that I wrote and drew sold over 3 million copies, and unfortunately I just hit a peak, I felt, at the Marvel comic books, and so I wanted to go try some stuff on my own. We came out with the Spawn, myself and 7 other guys that used to work for Marvel comic books. We sold millions of copies of Spawn. We printed 1.7 million of issue number 1. And within 90 days, we're only 90 days old, ladies and gentlemen, we're the second biggest company in the country right now, surpassing DC Comics, who've been around for 50 years. So we're the success story right now, the Cinderella.
So for the folks out there who really want to get in on the ground floor as far as collecting goes, we're including in this set the first,
The first issue of Spawn.
The first issue of Spawn, which is, again, the first issue of Spawn is included in the deal, friends, which I need to let you know right now is out of print. That one issue alone is a great value. Now, we have lots of folks out there taking advantage of it. Let me tell you this. I want you to think like a child today, okay? Not an adult. I want you to buy this and get it for a child that's going to enjoy it. You have 50 protector boards. You have the guide to comic collecting book that is included. You get this black limited edition storage container, so the children's going to be organized right off the bat. And you know what? Every single one of them will be gone today. Now, understand you're going to do some illustrations for us, Todd? Go right ahead.
I'm going to go over to the table. You give me a call.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, again, I welcome your testimonials. If you have a youngster out there, my introduction to comic books came sort of haphazardly. My son is not one to read, and I try to open a brand new world to them, and a world of imagination through reading. Reading is a basic fundamental. The more you read, the more you learn. The more you learn, the better person you are. Start them out. Peak that interest early. Give them something that is fun, and I guarantee you it will spill over to everything that they do. Now, Todd is over there. He's going to be doing some illustrations for us. Again, for all the comic book collectors out there, we now have, ladies and gentlemen, well over 500 callers on the line. If you would like to start a collection for your children, think about it. How many of you wish you hadn't thrown away those old baseball cards? Well, right now, comic book is the next frontier. We're offering the deal to you at the great price tag of only $29.75. Hello, you're live on the air today. Your name, please.
My name is Stephanie.
Well, we're so pleased you dialed quickly for it, Stephanie.
Oh,
Tell
yes.
me, what do you think about the price of getting, remember, we're including a $32 worth of out-of-print comics to start them out.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
and by pricing it at $29.75, it's like getting everything else
Right.
for free.
I didn't even think of the price. I just ran to the phone.
Stephanie, you're worth your weight in gold. We thank you so much for dialing, okay?
It's nice talking to you for the first time.
You're more than welcome now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And there goes Stephanie as well. Open a new avenue to your children. Remember, this one is yours today at a fabulous price, $29.75. Hello, you're live on the air today. Your name, please.
Hi, this is Evelyn from New Jersey.
Welcome in, Evelyn.
Okay, how are you, Jen?
Just
Weird to talk
wonderful.
To you. My grandson Sam is a collector of comic books, so this is great for him.
Can you believe the price?
No, if you go into those collector's stores, I mean, you buy maybe 5 magazines for the price that you have for this whole bunch of
And
things.
we're including in the deal 7 out-of-print collectible comics.
Wonderful.
You'll get Youngblood, you'll get Spawn, X Factor, Uncanny X-Men, you'll get Spider-Man, 3 editions of that, okay, that were done by Todd.
Just great. I'm so pleased, and he will love it.
Well, I'm so pleased you joined us quickly on the deal today. Enjoy
Oh,
giving
yes.
it, okay?
I was right there.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Tina. So long.
And hello there. You're live on the air with Tina.
Comic books.
I tell a lot of the parents that kids should tech school instead of art school so much. Right now, when you go to art schools, they kind of want you to be a fine artist and stuff, and you think that you can learn more right now from a tech school that teaches you a wide range of things, so that even if you don't break into comic books, you still get something that you can go out there and be, you know, you got a legitimate job for.
Wow. I think your artwork is excellent.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, we have lots of viewers out there trying to get in on the deal today. What we're going to do is offer the deal, the incredible value, $32 worth of free comic books come with the deal. The collectibles may be the beginning of something wonderful for your entire family. Hello, you're live on the air with Todd and Tina. Who's this?
My name's Joe Marchese from Clark, New Jersey.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
Good.
Good, good.
I've been following all of your work. I'm an avid comic book collector. I have all your Spider-Man stuff, and I'm following Image Comics now.
That's my new company, right?
Yes, your Spawn, with the writing on Spawn, you're
If they're a collector, if they just want to invest in something, that's a great deal.
Yeah, you know, I think that a lot of moms and dads would be actually pretty surprised at how many books we do sell. We sell like millions. My book is I print millions a month, and I think that there's a lot of parents out there and grandparents and whoever else, even other kids that don't know how many books we actually get out to the public right now. It's almost like a hidden thing. There's a lot of comic shops out there between 3,000 and 6,000. A list for all you people out there that are not collectors, that if you're collecting the books or you want to see the value of anything that you happen to find in your attic, go to a shop and right next to the Spawn, right next to Spider-Man, ask them for the Wizard, ask them for the Overstreet Guy. They will have that. You can check any of the books that your grandma might have, or if you're just looking to see whether these books that we're telling you have gone up, there's the prices right in that book. So you can...
In children, not just as a collectible, but for reading. Basic fundamentals, friends. It doesn't matter what they read as long as you get them reading, okay? They are collectible as well. You're going to get a pastime that the entire family can enjoy. The Deluxe Comic Collecting Kit by Image.
I don't want to blow our own horn or anything, but we are to a lot of people what people like Michael Jordan and Jose Canseco are to their teams. When we leave, like the title that we have, like we went over to Image Comic Books, we sold millions of copies, not because they care all that much about the Spawn right now, although that's that's my goal now, is to make the Spawn the biggest and best character out there.
Right.
Although they're buying it initially for our name, right? So, but I think there's a lot of people that aren't aware that the kids are actually collecting it specifically for the artist. I'm sure that he's a big fan of Jim Lee, big fan of Rob Liefeld and Will Portacio and some of the other guys that are now with Image Comic Books, and that's why we did in 90 days what a lot of people didn't think could ever be done, be the second biggest company in the country so fast. And the reason we did that is because of people like your son, who are pretty astute to the actual artwork. You know, they like Spider-Man, obviously, yes, and they would like to have Todd still do Spider-Man, but even if we don't do it, they follow us around to each project right now.
That's right.
And I appreciate it because they allow me to have the freedom that I have right now.
Oh, yes, I really want to tell you that, I mean, it's hero worship. I mean, here he is, he's 19 years old, and I mean, he really has, I mean, I know your name, just, you know, I wouldn't have known your face, but I know your name because he's talked about you. And I've seen your artwork. He's shown me the different designs, and I'm just really thrilled to get the first issue of Spawn, and I really wish you all the success. And I hope he likes it.
Okay, I appreciate that, man. And like I said, if he's ever at a convention that I'm at, or one of the other Image guys is at, or any other comic book artist, tell him to bring his stuff down there. We're always glad to talk to people and sign their books for them.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, thank you.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And I believe everybody out there, take a quick look once again. We only have a couple minutes before we have to take a quick commercial break. It is a limited edition. You can now get in on the ground floor. There are only 10,000 pieces of this particular configuration that will ever be made. The box that you're looking at, of course, with the Spawn, you get...
It was good.
Did you...
I liked it. You ever going to go back to Marvel and do Spider-Man?
Not right now. Right now we're having, you know, unfortunately too much fun working at Image Comic Books, doing the new characters. We're having a lot of deals with toy companies. We've got toy companies that are interested in the Youngbloods and the Spawn. We got movie people that have been phoning us once a week. We got pajama deals. I mean, you name it. The phone's ringing. We got a lot of opportunities out there right now, and for the foreseeable future, we're just going to ride this roller coaster. So.
What about this, like, Spider-Man 2099?
Pardon me?
There's this new comic coming out, Spider-Man 2099.
2099, right, from Marvel Comic Books, right, about Spider-Man in the future?
Yeah. Who is he? Oh.
Who is he? I don't know. I don't think that book's out yet. It's coming out in about a month, so I'm looking forward to that one just as much as you are.
Can you do a team up like Spider-Man and Spawn?
Can I? I hope so. I hope so. That's one of the good things about leaving. We're trying to do cross-company crossovers, but, you know, we left the company... And unfortunately, you know, whenever you leave, the bosses don't get too happy about it. So we're going to do the best that we can.
Listen, we thank you for calling.
All right.
Okay. We'll recap the deal, ladies and gentlemen, then we must take a break. You're looking at Todd McFarlane. These are original illustrations. He's doing them live here in the studio. It is an opportunity for you to get in right now on the ground floor of one of the fastest growing collectibles in America, and that is, of course, the comic book series. This deluxe kit, limited to only 10,000 people in the world will have that illustrated Spawn collectible box. The kit includes, by the way, it's all from Image, the kit includes 7 out-of-print collectible